So we're looking at job titles here and we're solving them all to the glory of the great I am, and I would like to declare theologian. Theologian and worshiper is a great glorifying title. So let's find the 23s in theologian. Well. Wow, there's two of them right on the end. Ogian contains the IN 23 and also the OGA 23. Amazing. And then disturbingly, you have another one. You have the HO in there. Holy, from Theo. Theologian. Wonderful. I am theologian. I am a researcher. I am a worshiper. I am a listener to God. One of my favorite, I am the friend of God. Friend ends in I am. It's one of my favorite words of all time. I am the friend of God. I am a listener to God. I am a worshiper. Those all end in ER. A friend, a listener, a worshiper. Okay, these are the true highest. A lover. These are really the highest job titles that there are in the universe. I would like to set the record straight. I'm a lover, a worshiper, say I'm an obeyer, servant, they all contain ERs. That's really cool. The word listener. I'm just seeing what else lies within there. Cool. Listener, I am plus the I am. Pretty loaded word. Listener, friend, worshiper, lover, preacher, declarer, truth speaker. All these words end in I am, but I'm just seeing what else there is, scooping up the rest. Child of God is a great set of letters to just hammer out. Very loaded there. Okay. Son of God, similar thing. Okay. So we were looking at job titles and solving them all. We did manager and CEO and the other ones. And we're just scooping up more. Now I'm finding 23s and everything. In executive, there's the CT right at the center. There's the CT right at the center, which equals I am. What else? Manager is an easy one. We've done that. Professional is a very obvious. It parallels I am perfectly. Professional. I'm using a computer to find all instances of 23 in professional. There's precisely 4 of them. And it appears as though 3 of them are mutually exclusive. So 3 I ams equals Jehovah. That is very beautiful. PFA, I am, RE, I am, and then IN, I am. Say, I am a professional. Of course you are. To the glory of the great I am, you are. What's my favorite 23 in that? Probably the RE. Because, I mean, it's based on the root profess. But then you have profession. Then it gives you the IN. Profess. Aha. Yes. If you just... Yes, I like that. Look at the root word profess. Who do you profess yourself to be? A professional is someone who professes. We know that words are king. Okay? I am a professor. Aha. And this is confirmed by the job title, professor. I am a professor at a university. That you are. To the glory of the great I am, you are. God ordained your title to be exactly what it is. The word dean just came to me. Dean contains the letters end, which equals I am. We know that Jesus is the end. The I am. We just solved every dean of every university in history of the universe. Because dean contains end. E-N-D. I am the dean of this great university. That you are. To the glory of the great I am. You said I am to start that sentence, and dean contains I am. And the word end, the word profess. Now we're hot on this. So look at the letters profess. Okay? There's only one way to get 23 I am out of the letters profess. And that is the famous RE, which ends most job titles like manager and chief executive officer, the ER, remember? So profess, there's your RE equals I am, and then stunningly perfect, the PSS equals love. Gorgeous, 3 plus 1s that add to love exactly. PSS equals love. So we already have I am love, which equals Christ in the bookends of the word profess. And then we have an OF with both divide by 3 adding to 21. Okay, so the overall offset from I am is 23 plus 75. And then amazingly, so you have profess parallels I am. And then if you turn that into professional, now the I-O, the N-A, and the L all divide by 3. Stunningly, you got 9, you got 12, you got 15, you got another 15. Woo! It's smoking hot, the word professional, to glorify the great I am. I am an IT professional. Now I'm staring at the title IT professional. IT. Do you work in IT? Information technology. Why is it called IT? Well, because IT parallels I am perfectly. T is exactly 6 points higher than am. IT equals 29, 6 points higher than I am, 3 points higher than God. If you work in IT, glory to the great I am. Bang! The word IT parallels the word CTO. If you're the Chief Technology Officer, you work in IT. Well, IT and CTO parallel I am, the great I am. So professional, stunning, stunningly perfect for I am. The word professional, just like the word professor. Amazingly, professor is I am, love, love. Bang! The word profess had I am love, which equals Christ, plus 21 points. Along comes the OR now to make it professor. OF plus OR, every letter divides by 3, adds to love perfectly. Professor is I am, love, love. Bang, that felt good. So we just solved every university professor in the history of the universe for the glory of the great I am. We solved all professions and all professionals. That's a big word, profession. Done, 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 done. Now, if you're really cool, you'll talk about all professions. There are many professions. Now it works perfectly. The S takes the place of the A in professional to divide by 3. 57 on top, just like boom. Okay, so professional, professional, professor, screaming out I am. That just hit us like a truck. It has been solved. We've seen the glory. Pass it on to someone else. So the word professional parallels I am. The word officer, as in chief financial officer, chief executive officer, chief technology officer, parallels I am. The word professional parallels I am. The word manager parallels I am. I'm a professional. I'm a manager. I'm a teacher. All right. So what else will we solve here? I'm looking at a list of job titles here. Accountant was very easy. You got the CT. What's the most glaring thing about the word accountant? The CT double, which equals 20 plus 3, 23 I am. Oh, I'm an accountant. Listen to the hard letters. I'm an accountant. CT. I am an accountant. If you say it really good and hard, you'll just be... Accountants are very accurate people. I'm an accountant. I am equals 23. CT. In fact, accountant is the most disturbingly beautiful set of letters in the history of the universe. CT, I am. CT, I am. And then a pair of ANs, which is 15s, and then OU divides by 3. It's just screaming out. It's like a double whammy. Done. Accountant has just hit us in the face like a truck, and it did not disappoint. And auditor. Go nuts. Solve away. Find all the names of God. Okay. Physician and doctor, very easy. I have a computer program that finds all the numbers of any value in any string of letters, so I'm using that right now. So I know doctor has CT at the dead center for I am. Physician has 3 instances of 23. The IN, the HAN, the first 3 letters of your hands. Remember the word hands is double I am? Well, han is sitting in physician. But I really like the two endings. We saw this just recently when we looked at the word theologian. Mind-blowingly, the word theologian and the word physician both end in double I am using completely different letters. But I'm staring at it right now. SCA, I am, IN, I am. That is remarkable. In front of that is also HY, which is so physician. God, the great I am. Jesus, the ultimate physician. I am, the great I am. Okay, so physician, lawyer is easy, ends in I am, has a W, which equals I am, AY equals God. There's a lot of glory in the word lawyer. Salesman, saleswoman, you can dig into that one. Heck, why don't we just use the computer? Why not? Salesman. Well, there's lots of different titles of God. Amazingly, there is not a 23 in salesman. But you'd have to think of other titles. Software developer. Both ends in RE. That's what I've been for much of my life, as far as secular work is. Developer, manager, right. Okay. That was cool. Officer, secretary, very easy, very glaring, the 23s in secretary. Driver, truck driver, very easy. Teacher, easy. Nurse, manager, sales office support. A clerk, very easy. Ooh, clerk is really glaring. There's the I am. Clerk is beautiful. You got the LK I am, ER I am. Retail, amazingly. Oh, now I just solved the word retail. Retail starts with I am, and then tail divides by 3. In fact, it's 42. A pair of 21s in order. Customer service. A customer service representative. The most common job that anyone gets during high school, their first job is in customer service. How to be kind to people. Isn't that what your first job taught you? Is how to be kind to people. Everyone starts in customer service. Most people have their first job in some kind of customer service role. Well, look at all the ERs in customer service, and specifically a customer service representative. There's so many ERs, and that string of letters screams out, I am. The great name, I am, God Almighty. Customer service manager, we've done. Nursing aid, we solved that. Supervisors, easy. Truck driver, school teacher. School teacher is very loaded, ends in I am. School has I am at the center. There's lots of I ams in school teacher. Literally, it's one of the most important occupations. I'm actually disturbed at how many 23s there are in school teacher. Count them with me. ER, TC, HO, another HO, and then SAC. Whoa, school teacher just handed me 23s as if I was a basket waiting for fruit. School teacher is in the house, and it's not leaving. I need to get this on the board. This school teacher, I need to get this on the board for the sake of all future generations. So I'm going to paint this. So I'm literally painting this right now. So ER on the end, 23. TC, 20 plus 3 is 23. So gorgeous that school teacher has HO, HO. Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. Ho! Ho is like the first 2 letters of holy. Go to your Oxford English Dictionary and look at the word ho. It's the first HO in the dictionary, which equals 23. It's an exclamation of surprise, joy. Ho! It's like, and pleasure simultaneously. When you just ho, you get that revelation, that truth, revelation from God, or some kind of feeling or experience from God. You say, ho, ho, ho. So people say it all different ways. Ho. And then when you say reverse it, you say OH, you say, oh, that felt good. Ho. There. Well, there's 2 of them in school teacher. Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. 3 hoes equals Jehovah. So we got TC, and then we got 2 HOs. Whenever God repeats something, pay extra attention. So we now have 4 23s, 4 I ams in the job title, school teacher. These are some of the most important people on planet Earth because they are feeding the brains of the next generation. They're telling them how to think. What is this universe? It's all for the great I am. I am being a school teacher right now, and this is very awesome. So I am so amazed by this. So we have 5 23s, and now the SCA is another 23, and now what's left over is an L and an E, which if you're really good, that also parallels I am. Because LE adds to 17 is exactly 6 points less than 23 I am, parallels I am, so every single stack that we just pieced apart in the letters school teacher screams out I am. Now if you're really good, you'll just think of school teachers. And now the S comes along to hook up with the E in teachers to make 24. That's a double of the L, which is left over in school. And you have this beautiful multiple of 3s to complete this party. And there it is. School teacher just handed us so many I ams, it was overwhelming. So if I could just be so kind as to show you the text here and the I ams in school teacher. I will just quickly walk through it, painting everything blue for the glory of God. So here's what we just did in gold. ER I am, TC I am, HO I am, HO I am, SCA I am, and then the LE also parallels I am, like I just detailed. And then when school teachers come along, the S hooks up with the E to make double 12. L is 12, beautiful 3 fast 36, done. Okay, so school teachers belong to the great I am, and they need to start teaching children Gematria. Gematria equals great I am. Okay, just so it's on the camera. Okay, not like that. Just spell it correctly. Now you know why you have to spell things correctly. Now you know why. Okay, okay. So Gematria equals great I am using the same letters. There you go. Wonderful. By the way, the word student is very obvious. And learner, disciple. There's some very obvious things that God has ordained in these words to glorify the great I am. Okay? The most student, the first, the syllables, student, SD, equals I am. Okay, that happens to be these letters in disciple. The most obvious thing that I notice, obviously, about the word learner is it contains a double ER, I am, and then, like I said, it's just mind-blowing. You keep piecing it together and seeing more and more. Cool. All right, I see another I am in disciple, IIE, and on it comes. Ooh, look at some of the words I see in student. I see love, the famous TNT, and then this famous EU equals God. So the mutually exclusive words that I have painted in the word student, titles of God, I have I am, I have God, and I have love, sitting in the word student. Done. Wow. Phenomenal. Phenomenal what you'll see when you study Gematria. It's all ordained by heaven. Student, learner, disciple. We are all, God is, God, the Holy Spirit is our great teacher. He teaches me all this stuff and I just sharing the information. So there's always more to learn. If you ever feel like you've run out of hearing from people, well, spend time in silent prayer. God will teach you more than anyone has ever known. There's always more to learn with God. And so we wanted to, and then professor, we talked about the word professor. This is one of the coolest. So then if you work at a university, you'll be a professor, okay? Well, and let's go in blue. So remember, it's based on the root profess, which there's your I am. And then this is so stunning to me. Here's your love. PSS equals love. And then OF both divided by 3. And then what's just stunning beyond reason, we'll go fuchsia here, is that the rest of this equals a second love. Isn't that awesome in the word professor? So it's all glorifying the great I am. Teacher. The dean. Do we have to solve the title of principal? Yes, we do. I am the principal of this institution. Well, you might want to know who you serve. So let's find I am in principal. Well, it's the famous IN at the center of the word prince. That's one jumping at me. And to get a second one, I'm going to have to combine the P and the A, and I would need 6 points, which actually we cannot get. Well, amazingly, the overall offset of principal parallels I am. It's +2. It's I am plus 75. So I already highlighted one of the 23s right there. In fact, that may be the amazing. So that, and then vice principal will also parallel I am, because vice divides by 3. So vice principal will take that 39 points higher. So if I just ram this, ram this word principal, school principal, if the principal isn't talking about Jesus, they are in darkness. So you have every right to call them on this. Yeah, wow. So the only two ways to find 23 in principal are, in fact, the I am, the famous I am. Okay? Many ways to find Father, which is not surprising. Principal being an overseer. But there you go. So in symmetry at the center. And then if you start with that root, if you start with this symmetrical root, I really like symmetry. And so that from the center, oh my gosh, so the center equals God. I mean, let's just take the word principle verbatim. Like, God is the principal person in the universe, like the first and principal. So there's God. Amazingly, I am was right there, and then plus 3 equals God. So that to me is screaming it out. And then look what you have to do for the pairwise threes. Aha, it's coming together now. Look, this famous PPA, okay, equals 33. Okay? So now we have the I am, or the God of gods, and then everything else divides by 3. Okay? 3 letters that divide by 3. Just keep the party going. R-I-L, all divide by 3. Okay? No less they add to 39. And so there it is. Total centrality of the name of God, I am, in the center of the word principle, as in the principal of your high school, the elementary school. Now remember, at the center of the word school is I am. So this is amazing, is it not? There, at the dead center of your school is I am. And that's precisely what we found in the word principle. Say, I am the principal of this school. Well, if you're not telling the children about the great I am, God Almighty, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Ghost, then, and if the Bible isn't in the school, then what do you think you're doing? You're lost. You're in darkness. You're actually a child of the devil without knowing it. Look, this was a revelation I woke up with from the Lord, saying, look, I am is at the dead center of Bible. It's at the dead center of seminary. It's at the dead center of school. Now we're seeing it at the dead center of principle. How can you be a principal in any school if you don't know this information? How can you tell people what they're supposed to think if you don't even know what to think yourself? So it's I am is sitting in the word college, the word university, but I picked these ones in particular because it's at the dead center. And that was a revelation I woke up with one morning. There it is. There's 23 at the dead center of university, at the dead center of seminary, and then it's sitting at the dead center of principle because C is 3, okay? Parallels, there's your I am. C parallel keeps the party going. I am plus 3 equals God. Remember how it's all opposites of 3s? Okay. So there it is. At the center of the word seminary, university, Bible, school. And then this is pure 3s. And I was just stunned by the fact that vice divides by 3. In beautiful ways, this is 3. This is 3 times 3. And then VE is 3 times 3 times 3. So it's just begging to keep the party going on the ultimate kisser word, which is principle. Vice is just like a, vice, principle. It's waiting for this word to come along. To the glory of the great I am. Done. If you're really good, you'll notice at the ending, pal is just screaming out I am, because this divides by 3, and there's a pair of plus 1s just like I am. Okay? It's very obvious. In fact, it's screaming it out, because A equals A, L is 3 points higher than I, and P is 3 points higher than M. So it's very tidy. Okay? You say, oh, I have a pal at school. That's also known as a friend. Okay? Friend ends in I am. Jesus is the great I am. And equals I am. All these letters divide by 3. So the principal is supposed to be your pal. He's also supposed to be your friend. But you got to be, you got to respect the principal in order for him to call you friend. Okay? So principal, friend, it's all glorifying the great I am, God Almighty. Jesus is your friend. God the Father is your friend. Jehovah, Holy Ghost is your friend. There you go. We solved the principle of this institution. We solved every professor, every student, every school teacher, every theologian, every listener, every pupil. It's all being handed to us. All right. That was awesome, solving your principle. He should know this. Forward this video at will, so we can get a proper education system in this country. All right. This is good. By the way, I mean, it behooves you to now I've solved this before. This equals love, education, starts in with love, but just look at the obvious. Look at how I just see now that I am in principle is the exact same I am is in education. Letter for letter, count for count. Look at the alignment. Look at that. 3 letters here, and then here's your I am, 23 right there. That's sitting right here. 3 plus 20 is 23, last time I checked. And 3 letters over here, letter in center. Education has I am in the exact same place as principle. There you go. And the more you look, the more you see. And stunningly, education parallels I am, just like the word principle. Look at how everything else knits together to make 3s. Okay? This AN equals 15. These both divide by 3. This is 9. It's just all plain perfect. So there's your 30. There, that adds it up to love. Stunningly, this equals, the rest equals Jehovah. So education equals I am Jehovah, which is quadruple I am. I testify by the living God that I've just solved all education in the history of the universe for the glory of the great I am. Jehovah, the three-in-one, God the Father, Jesus Christ, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Now the current date and time that this video is being recorded live is right here for historic purposes. This is the voice of Derek Leonard Reinhard Kuby, and I sit here in Langley, British Columbia, Canada. Education. This equation is as official can be. Education equals I am Jehovah. For the record, that is precisely 92, which is a quadruple of the great I am. Bonus points. We're jacking ourselves to the roof. We're getting every bonus point on the exam that there's possible to get. I am times 4. We just multiplied our glory in a sentence. I am times 4. Education is I am times 4. I think, therefore I am. You know, all these famous phrases that you can solve, and there's loaded. Okay, so there it is. Isn't that just plain riveting? And then here's your IN, of course. Wow. Beautiful, isn't it? And for the record, principal is 6 points higher than this. See how it's all offsets and threes? Education was 92. Principal is 6 points higher. It all parallels I am, which equals 23. It's all offsets of threes for the Trinity. So there you go. We solved your vice principal. We solved your principal. Now, if you're really fun, you might even have a vice principal. That's kind of quirky. I don't know if it's necessary, but if you do, you just keep adding more threes to the party and it maintains offset until you get your word principal in there, which parallels I am. We solved the dean. We solved the founder of any institution. We solved the principal. Secretary, we've done a million times, very easy. Loads of I am in there. What else? I can look at it again. You can solve administrative assistant. Look at the double I am right there in the word secret. And then, triple I am, because you get another ER. You just look at the obvious. Look at what God repeats in these words. Oh, there's a pair of ERs in secretary. What is God up to? Well, he's declaring 23, I am. Everyone is made in God's image. So when you look at that secretary, your secretary, you say, made in the image of God, worthy of all the respect in the universe. So 23, 23, 23. And lo and behold, you get 3 plus 1s on top, which knits together to divide by 3. In fact, it equals 45. So there's your Jehovah, triple I am, sitting in secretary. And then on top, you got 45 points. 3 plus 1s that all divides by 3. This is a giant Jehovah fest, giant 3 fest, and there it is. We just picked apart the title secretary. And satisfying it was. All right. Who else lives in your school? We solved the janitor. We solved custodian. Custodian was just plain loaded. Custodian, just like secretary, had triple I am, and it was just handing itself. Okay. Janitor was giving it to us. Principal was there. That was awesome, solving all education. College contains all this. Okay, professor. This great institution. You know, it's all about the institution. Institution. What is God up to in the word institution? Well, I see IN repeated. I am. Okay. This triple T adds to holy, which equals word. And you can just keep picking apart more. This is the first word in the entire Bible, in. I am. Okay? I am in the institution to the glory of the great I am, and we are teaching people truth. Seminary. Okay. Glory. Alright, so I'm going to turn this camera around, put it back. I mean, that was an awesome video. That was very epic, wasn't it? By the way, for the record, Adidas parallels I am. You can solve all things. Okay, so we were solving job titles and school teacher, and then this is the list I'm looking at. I'm just looking at off work off list. I'm literally just going through. Apparently, this is a list of just, fairly desirable job titles, and this is what I'm looking at. And I just looked at so we solved school teacher, secretary, truck driver is pretty easy. The ER there, the TC I am, and I'm sure you can see more out of that one. So that's what we're doing. We're looking at job titles, and our eyes are open to see how they are all accurate to glorify God's name, I am. Because everyone is made in the image of God. We say, I am a secretary. I am a school teacher. I am a truck driver. I am a sales supervisor. I am a nurse. I am a manager. I am a customer service representative. I am a cashier. Cashier starts and ends with I am. It's just sitting there. And in fact, if you're really good, the HI at the dead center left over also parallels I am. Okay, so don't just look at the equivalences. See the parallelism. Okay, cashier therefore divides by 3 is effectively a triple I am. Say I am a cashier. I am a clerk. I'm an office support worker. So what else? We saw secretary, server is very easy. ER. Child care worker. That's screaming it out. Child. Child contains I am. CHL. Care contains I am. RE. And then worker ends in I am. Child care worker. Teacher, substitute teacher, you can do the math on that. Janitor, we did that. Housekeeper, well, it ends in ER, I am. Housekeeper, that's beautiful. Just like the word mother and father. House begins with I am and keeper ends in I am. Housekeeper. Also known as a maid. I'm reading right here, housekeepers and maids. Amazingly, this is so cool. If you call yourself a maiden, like a young lady, in proper English, for years and years, a maiden, a fine young maiden. Maiden is two of the most glorious words in world history. I am at the front of maiden, and then end at the end. Jesus is the end, the I am. Maiden is an I am double. So you have a young maiden as a housekeeper. Of course she is, to the glory of God. She's got a passion to keep things clean. She doesn't even know why. She can't stop picking up the broom. I've seen these people. I have seen these people with my eyes, and they have blown me away. They love picking up the cleaning solution. They love picking up the towel. They love picking up the vacuum. They're just singing their heads off. They're worshiping Jesus while they clean up. They just do it naturally. They love it. They're just singing their heads off while they clean. Glory of God. Made in the image of God. Housekeeper. It's just staring me in the face. HO 23, ER 23. There it is. Housekeeper. I am. Maid. Screaming out. Maiden. Cook, parallels I am. Cashier, done. We scooped up some very famous job titles. Just staring his face. Prime Minister we've looked at. Dean of the university. Dean and Chancellor. That's a British term for, let's find some 23s in Chancellor. Chancellor. Wow! 13 unique ways. Chancellor equals the Father, by the way. Starting with Father. Now, I better double check just to make sure that I've spelled this accurately. Yes, indeed I did. Chancellor is a senior state or legal official. Now, I was thinking of the educational version of Chancellor, like the chief administrative officer of a college or university. And in Britain it's the non-resident honorary head of a college or university. Oh man, now you gotta find out. So Chancellor though is just screaming it out. So Chancellor equals the Father, as in the topmost member of the Trinity, but the I ams in there, there's 13 unique I ams, 23s in there. CHL, the word Cain, CCEL, it's pretty obvious. CEO is in there, HCL is in there, ANTS is in there, ER is in there, HAN is in there, HO is in there. Just like Chancellor is, I'm going to plug in this video camera, Chancellor is loaded with I ams. Plugging in this camera there. If I just take a second and paint them one by one, the mutually exclusive ones, what will I find? How many will I get? I can't resist. You know what? This is silly. Take the ants. Wham. And then the HO. I've just picked off 2 I ams and everything else divides by 3. CLLR. That's a really awesome way to do it. You can also pick off the ER. The N would need 9 points, which I don't see in this light. It's just pretty obvious. Okay. Chancellor, Governor, President. Okay. All right. We've hit some of the big titles. Any other ones that? So we solve professional, accountant. Designer is an easy one. Designer is loaded with I ams. Designer is triple I am plus 12. Designer, very easy. Creator, loaded with I ams. And creator, in fact, parallels I am, because God is the great creator. Maker, obviously I am. Executive, we did. Amazingly, executive does the exact same thing as we saw in the word education and the word principle. This is shocking. But it's a revelation for all mankind to behold. Look at what I'm looking at, folks, and you will be amazed at the glory of God. There's the I am in the word executive, just like in the word education. Wow, like a chief executive officer, or the executive branch. There's your I am, 23. And that was the exact same place where we saw it in principle, as in the principle of an institution. You can find it in a secondary school, elementary. But there it is, the IN. Exact same position, the 23 in those words. What else do I see in executive, just for the record? Here's God, a U and an E. That's pretty hard to resist. And beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to start it off like that. That's amazing. Okay, I'm going to have to, so let's see. Elementary. It's elementary, my dear ones. So let's just take a quick peek at elementary and secondary. The most obvious thing is the ER, I am. Secondary parallels I am. Secondary contains the word end. Ooh, there's a lot of beautiful I am secondary. Roy, yeah, a lot of beautiful stuff in there. Secondary school, okay. Any other job titles? Oh yeah, and if you just simply talk about high school, we know that HHG equals I am. We know that HO equals I am. That's pretty awesome. Okay, what else do we want to dig up here? Physician. Positions at a university. We solve professor, we solve dean. Okay. Yeah, a list of academic ranks. There's the emeritus professor. Oh my gosh, emeritus parallels I am, just like professor. Emeritus. The ER equals I am, everything else divides by 3. Simple as can be. It ends in Jehovah. It ends in I am Jehovah. Emeritus, very easy. Professor and associate professor. The word associate parallels I am. In fact, associate equals 92, which equals education. But associate, SAC I am, TC I am, CEO I am, associate professor, senior lecturer. So lecturer ends in I am. Lecture, CT is I am. Oh my gosh, lecturer. Oh my gosh, lecturer is just handing it to me. Look at this. ERIM, ERIM, CTIM, LU, the. That's triple I am plus amen in lecturer. Done. Senior parallels I am. IN is at the dead center. It's also at the center of the word junior. First you start off as a junior, then you move to senior, but all the time you remain the image of God. You have I am at the dead center. This divides by 3. 24 plus 33. Amazing. I am, the I am. What's common to the word junior and senior, by the way? They both end in NIE, rhyme, which is I am, the I am. There you go. We solve lecturer, we solve senior lecturer, we solve professor, we solve associate. All these parallel I am. Assistant parallels I am, just like associate. What I mean by that is it add up the number, divide it by 3, the remainder is 2, just like 23. Assistant, an assistant and associate. Go to I am. Okay, so pick off the I am, the IN. And then what happens left? Triple S divides by 3, and TATA divides by 3. Look at the I am and assistant. So IN is I am. And then you got a pair, you can go TSTS to make a multiple of 3, and then ASA. Or you can go triple S, make a multiple of 3, and then ATAT. Multiple of 3. So that's 57 plus 42. That's 99 perfectly on top of I am. Assistant is I am plus 99. Genius. So we've solved all these titles so far. The Dean was one of my favorites because Dean contains N, which is I love short titles, especially short titles that are powerful, like CEO equals I am. Dean. I am the Dean of this university. So here's a position of academic ranks. So let's go to my country, Canada. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. The research chair. Oh boy, Professor Emeritus. Okay, so we solved that. And we solved research is, the word research, by the way, contains, there's your triple I am in research. And it just gets silly after that. Distinguished professor. Professor, lecturer, okay, instructor. There's your I am. So it ends in the I am in order. It begins with I am. And this all divides by 3. Very nice. Assistant professor. A fellow. Of course, that ends in I am. And it starts with I am. And then here's your half love at the center. Very nice. The Dean. Dean Higgins of this great university. The end. I love that. END equals I am. Dean Higgins, I'll have you know that this university is... Okay. Dean, a director. Easy. I am. I am.